Hey, how's it going? Rich here from Elk Endeavors. Hope you're doing well today. It's a beautiful day out here. I'm in another park at a gazebo, and I'm really excited to be here. I've really enjoyed talking to you about the several things that I'm doing differently during my quests and the starts of my journey in affiliate marketing. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today was engaging your subconscious mind. And that's something that I've never really thought about before. The one thing I have heard in the past, and hopefully, and I'm sure you've heard it too, is that we, as humans, we use about 10% of our brains. This idea that there's so much potential there, and we just don't use it. And you hear that from lots of different ways and different angles. But it really kind of came clear to me when they talk about the idea that we don't have a brain just to keep us alive. It's not there just to help us breathe and help us move and things like that. It's there to do really great things. And so one of the things that you have to do is engage it and try to engage that other 90%. So when I talk about my goals, and I want to talk, I keep going back to my goals, but they're important and they allow for examples and different things. But when I've written my goals, when I wrote my goals, it was, I was told to write them in terms of something that I didn't think was possible. And so I did. And as I've gone through this, and I talked about it yesterday, the one goal I wrote another goal because I wanted to do it. And then I thought, this is too low. And so I bumped it, I doubled it, which is completely not like me. Like a month ago, I would not have ever thought to do that. So one of the things that you have to do is, looking at your goals and having your goals, on you all the time, is that you're constantly thinking about them, and you're thinking about them here. Right? And so you have to engage them, and you read them morning and night. You read them when you wake up in the morning, you think about them, and when you read them before you go to bed at night, at least, right? And then you have, I have mine in my breast pocket here all the time. So, that's what and I love the fact that my daughter drew them, and that's something that's really important to me. So what happens is that you start thinking differently, because you sort of expect some things to happen. And so that's where I am at this point, where I'm just sort of expecting results. I don't think, I don't hope, I'm not worried about getting results and worried about the investments I'm making and worried about the time that I'm spending, because ultimately it's going to pay off. I'm going to be successful. It's just a matter of when and how much, really. I've been successful. It's just a matter of how successful I choose to be. And so one of the things that you with your subconscious mind is really just telling it to do stuff for you. And there's a really cool talk by Napoleon Hill, who I mentioned yesterday, where he had a point where he had to name his book "Think and Grow Rich." He had the book, he'd written it. There's a whole story, and I won't try to retell it, because you can't really capture it. I couldn't capture it, but it's a fascinating story. But at one point, his publisher said, "I need a title, and I need it tomorrow. And if you don't have a title for me, it's going to be named some ridiculous title." And so he went home that night, and he was like, "Listen, subconscious mind, I order you to do this for me. I order you to, get me a title that will help this book sell millions of copies and do what I needed to do." Because it was a great book. He knew it. He just didn't have a good title for it. And he woke up at 2:00 in the morning, whatever, and wrote down "Think and Grow Rich," and there ends the story. So ultimately, that's the kind of thing that you have to be thinking about. So I hope this video is helpful for you. I really, I've noticed that people are clicking in and seeing the video. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and like the video, or drop me a comment. That it really helps me to know what I'm if what I'm doing is helpful. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.